Hey, everybody, welcome to the Bump and Run Show. I'm Sid Rosenberg for OpenSports.com and the National Football Post. Joining us, as always, here on a Monday morning, former NFL safety and current writer with NFPost.com, Matt Bowen. Matty, how are you today?
I'm doing good, Sid.
Good to have you back. Another exciting weekend in the National Football League. Let's start with the Ravens and the Patriots. The Ravens get their first loss. New England goes to 3-1, and a very upset Baltimore defense felt like the refs were playing with the Patriots all day long.
Well, I saw Ray Lewis after the game. He was upset. I agree with him. The one call on Brady was pretty loose. But give Brady credit, man. He really won this game for him. He didn't have the huge numbers that we're used to seeing, but he hooked up with Moss for a TD, and he really made some plays on third down, kind of controlled the clock with the passing game. I thought he had a great day.
Talk about the Giants. Yesterday they go to 4-0. Eli Manning hurt his heel. Talking to guys up in New York, Matt, he should be okay for the Raiders next week. But again, a healthy diet of Eli Manning touchdowns, running the football, playing good defense. The Chiefs aren't exactly a great barometer, but how about the Giants in New York, Matt?
They're the best team in the league. There's no question about it. They're the most complete team. Look at it yesterday. They held the ball. Eli was great. Steve Smith was great. Jacobs and Bradshaw are outstanding. The defense, they made Kansas City and Todd Haley look like a team that just needs to start over.
You knew that eventually Mark Sanchez was going to have a rough outing for the Jets. It was going so well for the rookie after the 3-0 start. Really, the Jet defense shut down the Saints. The Saints only had one offensive touchdown. Breeze less than 200 yards passing. But the Jets, Mark Sanchez, gave the Saints 2 touchdowns yesterday. Jets 3-1, Saints 4-0. How good are those two football teams?
They're both really good. The Saints won the last 2 games with defense. That's big for them. That's why they brought Greg Williams in. That's why they're paying him. And for the Jets, you're going to have these games. Sanchez just wasn't on top of his game. He made some really poor decisions in the passing game, but hey, he's a rookie. This isn't Peyton Manning we're talking about. He's going to be great, but, don't be upset if he has 1 or 2 of these games throughout the rest of the season.
The Dolphins yesterday got their first win. Chad Henne in for the injured Chad Pennington, Matt, and they blew out the Buffalo Bills. And think about this. Coming up on Monday night, you've got the 3-1 Jets taking on the 1-3 Dolphins. And between the 2 quarterbacks, Chad Henne and Mark Sanchez, 5 career starts. How about that?
I think this is great for the Dolphins because, Chad Henne is a Parcells guy. This is the way they've wanted to go for a while. There was talk about it in the summer. And I think Henne's the guy they really want to move forward with. You're talking about Buffalo, Sid. The wheels are coming off, man. And I'll be honest, I'm going to ask you, would you call T.O. a bust? Because that's what he looks like right now.
Yeah, T.O. absolutely a bust. Again, not much yesterday, 2 catches. And I'm looking at coaches around the league. I know Eric Mangini is new in Cleveland, Matt, and a couple of other guys are struggling here. But I don't understand why Dick Geron is still employed up in Buffalo.
Well, I think it goes back to what happened the week before the preseason ended. You can't fire an offensive coordinator 1 week before the season starts. The offense looks like it's on training wheels right now. And Trent Edwards, he looks like a first-year player all of a sudden.
He does. He threw a pick-6 to the Dolphin rookie Vontae Davis. And I like Alex Van Pelt, Matty. He's a buddy of mine, the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. But to fire Turk Schoenert right before the start of the year was not a very good job. Hey, let's go out to Denver yesterday because the Broncos, most people thought, including me, were going to be one of the worst teams in the National Football League. And here's Josh McDaniels has the Broncos at 4-0. They beat Dallas. Dallas goes to 2-2. Tony Romo comes up short twice inside the 5, Matt, late in the game. Are you convinced now the Broncos are for real?
Yeah, just because of what you said, I think Mike Nolan's defense, they went into the game as the number 1 unit in the league. I still don't know why people throw at Champ Bailey. They're getting pressure on the quarterback. I think Kyle Orton is, you call him a game manager, call him whatever you want, but he protected the football yesterday. He got the ball in the hands of his playmakers, and look what they are. They're 4-0. They got a 2-game lead on the Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers got blown out by Pittsburgh last night. Brian Dawkins, a former Eagle, making plays for Denver. Now, on the flip side, while the Broncos, to me, are a complete surprise, Matt, at 4-0, Tennessee Titans get blown out by Jacksonville yesterday. That football team is 0-4. How long before we see Vince Young in for Kerry Collins?
It might be pretty soon, but, I was thinking about what's the difference? This is a team that can't play from behind. And is Vince Young going to be better at playing from behind than Kerry Collins is? I don't know. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference. Their defense without Jim Schwartz, who's the new coach of the Lions, really looks like they're having issues. They can't stop the passing game, and they're giving up a lot of points. That's just not what we're used to seeing in Tennessee.
Very good story coming out of San Francisco. Mike Singletary took over late last year for Nolan. Now he's the head coach all year. This year they get 3 more defensive touchdowns yesterday, shutting out the Rams here, Matt. Find themselves at 3-1 atop the NFC West. How about the job that Mike Singletary's done in a short amount of time in San Francisco?
He's done a great job. One week later, we tend to forget this team is one play away, one last-second play away from being 4-0 and being considered one of the best teams in the league. And I think you have to look at them as the favorites in the West right now. They're too physical for Arizona. Seattle's falling apart, and the Rams just don't have the talent. So I like the Niners coming out of that division right now.
You talk about being one play away. The same could be said for the 3-1 Cincinnati Bengals. They beat the Browns in overtime yesterday, but without that amazing Bronco touchdown, the last play of the game, Marvin Lewis has the Bengals, Matty, at 4-0.
Yeah, they didn't have their best game yesterday, and they struggled to beat a Cleveland team that's not very good. But I don't care who you're playing. When you're a divisional opponent, you're playing them on the road. It's always tough. Teams know each other very well. It's tough to get points. It's tough to get big plays, but they made the plays that counted in overtime, and Carson Palmer showed why he's a great quarterback. Give him credit. They are 3-1.
On the way out here, Matt, Brett Favre in purple going against his former teammates, the Green Bay Packers, a chance to exact revenge on that Packer management, even though Favre downplays that. How much are you looking forward to the Vikings and the Packers on Monday Night Football?
I'm looking forward just because it's reality TV at its best. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it's turned into. I mean, this is going to be the highest rated Monday night game probably in the last decade. Everyone wants to see Favre and Aaron Rodgers duel it out, but I think it's going to come down on the defenses. To be honest, I don't think the Packers can stop the Vikings up front on either side of the ball. I think Adrian Peterson has a big game, and they're going to have a tough time blocking Jared Allen. I like the Vikings tonight.
So do I, to go to 4-0. As always, Matt, great information, great job. Love talking to you on Monday morning after a busy NFL weekend. Thank you so much, Matt.
All right, Sid.
You got it, pal. Remember, you can also follow Matt on Twitter at MattBowen41 and catch all of his great writing at nfpost.com. From Matt Bowen, of course, I'm Sid Rosenberg. And as always, enjoy the football.